Happy New Year's Eve, everybody. Talking to you all the way from last year because I'm gonna upload this on the 1st. So today's been really lazy. I got up at 9 with my alarm, but then I slept for another 3 hours and had this incredibly detailed dream that just went on forever and ever. And I don't remember what it was about, but it was this immersive dream experience that felt very cathartic to me. And so I woke up and I was like, whoa, that was crazy. And now I don't remember anything about it. Uh, and I've just been very lazy today. I don't know. I don't feel like doing anything for New Year's. I was going to go to a party, but I don't want to anymore. So I'm just going to stay home. And just now I took a picture of myself to post online for a Happy New Year's thing, and I was trying to get a cute picture with me and my cat, but he sprayed me. Poor Banks I had to go get his anal glands manually drained last month because he gets very full anal glands and sprays for no reason. He'll be petting, I'll be petting him, he'll spray. And I was just holding him and he sprayed me, and it's so fucking nasty. I washed the part of my arm that was up against his butt, but I can still smell it. So what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna take a full shower, throw everything I'm wearing in the laundry basket, and try not to be completely effing nasty right now. I smell nice now. After my shower, I ate some pesto. And I just finished up my year-end budget. So year-end wrap-up, I keep track month to month how much money I have. And in 2022, I came out $591 ahead of where I started, which is pretty good considering I went to Europe for 2.5 weeks. But yep, so I'm pretty much exactly where I was last year. No, not really any better, not really any worse. I mean, I guess $591 is good, but I would say things got at least $591 per year more expensive than they were last year. So and so anyway, now I do journals. I've talked about this a ton. I do my journaling project, and I've decided to just do some reflection about the year 2022. At this point in the video, I read through my diaries for January and February, and I was explaining some of the things that I had been struggling with during those times, and it wound up being very depressing, and I just decided not to include those clips in the video. But to summarize, an old friend of mine died, and I had to put my cat down. And the only reason I mention that is because I am going to reference it later in this video. It made me sad to read. You know what, honestly, this little exercise where I'm going back and reading my journals is not putting me in a good place right now. I think that often when I'm going to my journals, it's because I have feelings that I need to resolve. If there are feelings you need to resolve, they are usually negative feelings. And I don't write the journals to be reread in the future. I write them in order to do emotional processing. And it's depressing me a lot to reread all just this horrible shit that I went through this year. Suffice it to say that now my life is much better. And despite this big argument I had with my mom at Christmas, which I'm still not feeling great about, I'm in a much, 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 much better place in my life now. I have a new cat, and Banks, and even though he's a stinky boy, I love him to death. And he has healed my heart after losing Monkey. And as sappy as that is, it's the truth. He healed me from that loss. And I went to Europe this year. I went for 2.5 weeks. I went to Italy, Greece, Denmark, and France. And that was an exciting adventure that I will remember for the rest of my life. I got promoted at work. I have a new position, higher pay. And what else did I do? I was diagnosed with body dysmorphic disorder. I learned about that. I went through an eating disorder clinic. Even though it didn't wind up working for me really, I did learn a lot about eating disorders and body dysmorphia on my own as a response to being diagnosed. And I'm doing much better at that. I got on my ADHD med, like I said, that's made a tremendous difference in my life, along with my other meds too. I hadn't started most of the meds that I'm on. So I started my stimulant meds, I started my anxiety meds, my buspirone, which I take 5 times a day, and I have my Xanax and all of that other good shit too. And with the exception of my old friend who died and my cat, everyone else I know survived the year and are healthy. I got to spend lots of time with my niece. I didn't crash any cars this year. And my nephew, sorry Jimmy. He's a baby, you know, it's not the same. I went to some fun concerts, I went to plays, I saw fireworks, and I've done a lot of healing through EMDR therapy, which has been so much more effective than I ever thought it would. I did not anticipate how great an effect it would have on my day-to-day life, just processing some of this old trauma. I started being more comfortable in my own body, and I've been shopping at plus size stores. I have clothes that I like, clothes that feel good to me. This is probably my favorite shirt of the year. I have worn this shirt probably more than any other shirt this year. It's my favorite. I started learning how to code. I had to put that on the back burner for the last couple months, and I'm probably going to keep it on the back burner until I'm done with the EMDR, but that was fun and interesting. And I'm looking forward to 2023. And I think that I really got down into some dirty, mucky, dark shit this year. And I am the better for it. I confronted some demons this year, and I'm coming out the other side pretty victorious. And I just know that in 2023, what do I anticipate? I'm going to work a lot on romantic relationships. I'm going to be dating and exploring that side of my life, which has gone unexplored. I have some unexplored parts of my life that haven't been explored by man in at least 3 years. So that's going to be exciting. I've never dated sober before. I'm going to be reconnecting with my body through exercise and learning how to inhabit my body and continuing to clothe my body in clothes that I feel comfortable with, and just trying to increase my acceptance of my body too. I'm making really good progress, but I can be a lot better too. I'm not leaving my job, so I expect to continue doing really well there and possibly moving even farther up, who knows? And I think that as the pandemic is lifting, I have more space to explore even further this year. Obviously, I went on that big trip last year, but I want to get out more in my own city. I want to go to more parties. I want to meet more people. I want to begin making healthy friendships that I start in sobriety and which have a foundation of health to them. I've been doing that really well with my friend Michael. I've gotten rid of a lot of toxic people in my life, and I think that's a great trajectory. I think this is going to be a great year, knock on wood, but I have high hopes for 2023. Naturally, life can always fuck with you. The hand of fate is cruel, and many things could happen. And probably things will happen in the coming year, which will be hard for me. But I am doing what I can personally. There's only so much we can do. But I think that for me right now, I'm on a good one. And I am doing what I need to do. I am using my smart brain to guide my actions, not my scared, childlike trauma brain to guide my actions. And I'm sober, and I'm on the right trajectory, so barring the cruel hand of fate, I am set for the next year. It's 9 p.m. and I'm in bed. I said I wasn't going to go out tonight, but now I'm really not going out tonight. And I'm just really tired. I slept until noon today, but I am still tired. I'm getting my period, and I'm supposed to get my period tomorrow. That would be a nice New Year's thing to do. And I think that I'm just going to lay in bed and watch The Sopranos, honestly. It's something that makes me happy. I've been pretty superstitious about New Year's my whole adult life. Cuz it's like 15 years ago somebody told me that whatever you're doing at midnight on New Year's is what you're going to be doing for the rest of the year. And so I always try and be doing something really symbolic at midnight on New Year's. But I think this time I'm just gonna watch The Sopranos, and maybe whatever's happening on The Sopranos at midnight, that can be my omen for what the year is gonna be like. Also, just to be clear, I was invited to two parties. I'm not just not going out because I have nowhere to go. I really just don't want to. So, just putting that out there.
Shoulders to cry on, new backseat to lie on, and she always gets away.
Happy New Year.